Hi y'all, Tracy, Charles the long-haired girl here, and my handsome husband.
I'm Chris, the short-haired guy. And this is Freddie, the very silly dog.
Yes, he is a very silly dog. And Bo's down here licking the couch because he clearly thinks it needs it.
Thousands of years of human breeding love.
Okay, so I talked my husband into doing a Tag Tuesday with me.
That's the way she says it.
So, I threatened not to feed him. There you go. Are you happy now?
It's really kind of unreasonable and harsh.
Okay, so I am doing kind of what I did last week. I am doing 5 would you rather questions and 5 either or questions. My husband is going to know that a couple of these questions I picked out just for him. Okay, so first we're going to do the would you rather questions.
Oh boy.
Would you rather feel young and look older, or look young and feel older?
I'd rather feel younger and look older.
I could agree with that.
You could?
I could.
What do I have to do to make you agree? Okay, anyways, moving right along.
Okay. Would you rather believe every lie you're told or lose the ability to lie to people? I think I would rather lose the ability to lie to people. Not
So
that
would
I
I.
lie to people very often, but I think that's what I would rather do.
Yeah.
Would you rather drink everything from a sippy cup or eat everything out of a popcorn bucket?
Eat everything out of a popcorn bucket. Duh! Even though I don't like popcorn, as long as it's not popcorn.
And as long as it's not a used popcorn bucket?
I could get used to that. With or without artificial butter-flavored grease.
Although, honestly, I think I'd rather drink everything from a sippy cup. I wouldn't be a fan.
Freddie decided he doesn't want to be filmed anymore. Freddie, dude, what's going on? Come back.
But there are some things that are not meant to go together like that. I'm not one of those who has to have all my food separated, but I don't think I want to eat everything out of a popcorn bucket because everything will just be all willy-nilly mixed in there.
If the alternative is drinking it out of a sippy cup, I mean, who wants to do that?
Well, I guess you have a point there. A cheeseburger would be awfully hard to drink from a sippy cup. It says drink everything, yeah.
I was assuming you were talking about beverages. That in itself would be unpleasant enough. I mean, come on. Okay, anyways, moving right along.
Okay, maybe you have a point. I may have to change my answer.
Okay.
Oh, hello, Fred. Hold on. Okay.
So you'll sit in her lap, but you won't sit on my lap. Show me who you think is special. I pet you, and what do I get in return?
Would you rather give up using emojis for a year or give up shopping for half a year?
Well, if I gave up shopping, I would starve to death, so definitely the emojis.
Yeah, I think I would have to give up the emojis.
Certainly.
Freddie, why are you trembling?
I'll get it.
Would you rather travel back to the past and meet your ancestors or go to the future and hang out with your grandchildren?
I'd rather go to the past and meet my ancestors because I already know the kids.
Grandchildren.
Oh. Well, we don't have any grandchildren, so that makes it even easier to decide.
Well, it said or go to the future and meet your grandchildren.
Oh.
So go to the past and meet your ancestors, or go to the future and meet your grandchildren.
Why didn't you make the question clear the first time, woman? I still vote for ancestors.
I think the ancestor part would be very interesting, I have to admit. I hope I live long enough and am old enough by the time our children finally have children that, I will meet them.
Yeah,
But,
definitely. Yeah.
like great-grandchildren and things like that, I don't know. I think it would be fascinating to meet my ancestors because I've heard some stories, and I think that would be fascinating to hear straight from the horse's mouth. Okay, now for the either or questions. In this first question, I know exactly how you're going to respond.
Oh boy, okay.
Cars/trucks, automatic or manual transmission?
Why do you even bother asking me this question?
I picked this question just for you.
Cars with manual transmissions.
I'd rather have an automatic.
I've owned 3 Miatas. Does that tell you something? Currently looking for number 4. Anyone out there in YouTube land with a nice NC, let me know. Thank you. Okay, moving right along.
He only drives automatics for me.
Yeah,
only
that's
buys
basically it.
automatics for me. Okay. I'm not giving up the dogs, so that is
Okay.
not what this question is about. But, pet fish or pet lizard?
I'm going to go with lizard.
I've had pet fish, but
Yeah.
I think it would. I'm curious about a
Yeah.
lizard.
Yep.
Okay. I know what we do now, and I know what I've done in the past. I've done both of these, so.
Uh-oh.
Cups in the cupboard, right side up or upside down?
Right side up.
That's how we do it now.
It's because that's how I've always done it.
Well, except coffee cups. Coffee cups we do upside down,
That's true.
but they're not in a cupboard.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Train or plane?
For what?
It's the question. It's an either or question. Train or plane?
With no context, how are you supposed to answer that?
You just pick one, honey.
Well, considering that we are sitting in front of a photo mural of an airport, what do you think I'm going to answer?
Well, I would hope. But honestly, I think traveling by train at least once in my life would be interesting. But for the most part, I think you and I would definitely prefer to travel by plane.
Yeah, well, I wasn't thinking necessarily traveling. See, I mean...
Honey,
yeah?
we have one more question,
Yeah, I know that.
and you've run away.
Yeah, well, I mean, here's a good example, people. I mean, this is my library that's in our family room, okay? All right, we got... This is
I'm
only
not sure
some
that
of
they can
them,
see
okay?
all of those, but
Okay. But yeah, you see airplanes. Yeah, this one's better if you open it. See, then you can see the whole picture. So yeah, that's okay. Anyways, moving right along.
okay. I know your answer for this one too.
Okay, right?
Biking or running?
Oh, definitely biking. I can't run worth a darn. It's kind of pathetic, actually. It really is.
If you see me running, you better run too, because there's obviously something chasing me.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I have tried. Chris can vouch for this, actually. I tried to be a runner at one point. Like, I bought the shoes, I did the stuff. I'm not a runner. Then I fell and broke my hand on a treadmill. I'm not a runner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now for the very last thing.
Okay.
As Thanksgiving is almost upon us, share one thing that you're grateful for. And you don't have to say me.
One thing I'm grateful for?
Mm-hmm.
That I have a wonderful family and a nice place to live, and I have a good job. How's that for an answer?
I agree with all of those. I am very thankful.
Mm-hmm. And I have all these books about aircraft. That makes me thankful too.
I am very thankful for my family, not just my husband and my kids, but my extended family.
Mm-hmm.
We have lost some family members this year and some dear friends. And so that really, for me, it has kind of made me very grateful for seeing what's important and not trying to make sure that I'm focusing on relationships and friendships that are important to me. I am also thankful, as I've said several times, for this YouTube community. Um, it has really helped to keep me on track and helped to keep me inspired. Okay, now for the fun part.
That wasn't the fun part?
I am tagging Joan and her family, because yes, I know her boys are home, so I'm looking forward to seeing everybody answer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also tagging Kim and David. So, tag, you're it. Okay, now
What'd
I gotta
she say?
find the remote.